In the book of Deuteronomy, Moses is, in effect, preaching to the Israelites. He is about to go and he is giving them his final instruction, his final advice. In Deuteronomy 4:9, we have, "Only be careful and watch yourselves closely so that you do not forget the things your eyes have seen, or let them fade from your heart as long as you live. Teach them to your children and to their children after them." God did great miracles in the eyes of the Israelites, not the least of which was freeing them from Egypt. But their children and grandchildren will not have seen it, and how are they going to know if no one tells them? Moses said, "Tell them, teach them, keep the knowledge of the true God moving forward in the minds of future generations." But what did they do? Judges. Very discouraging book. Judges 2:10 and 11. After that whole congregation had been gathered to their ancestors, another generation grew up, who knew neither the Lord nor what he had done for Israel. Then the Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord and served the Baals. As we go through the book of Judges, we see over and over again the Israelites serving other gods, being punished, crying to God for relief. God raises up a judge to liberate them, and as soon as they're liberated and that judge dies, they start worshiping other gods again. Something like 9 times this cycle occurred in the book of Judges. One thing that I find important is our responsibility to teach our children. And of course, to teach our children, we have to know what we're teaching them. And there is the incredible importance of studying the Bible. Not just reading it so you can say, "Oh, I read the Bible." No, studying it to understand it, to know as much as we can know of the mind of God ourselves, and then by word and deed to teach it to our children and grandchildren. The other thing I found interesting is when the Israelites turned away from the God, they worshiped other gods. It's not like they turned away from God and didn't worship anything. No, man was created to worship, and man will worship, and man does worship something. And that will either be the God of the universe who created them or something else. And it's not necessarily an idol, but it may be themselves, their own comfort, money, power. I'm not a fan of Bob Dylan, but he is so correct and true when he sings, "You're going to serve somebody. You're going to serve somebody. It may be the devil or it may be the Lord, but you're going to serve somebody." I would say let's study to show ourselves approved, no?